There is this chilling aspect to this hobby which attracts many to aquascaping. It is really cool to get inspired by other aquariums. It is really cool to get out into the nature, take long hikes, make photographs, take them home. It's really cool to look at certain landscape photography on the internet. And then the best thing about it is that you can start making your own planted tank at home. You can let your creativity run and you can create something that ultimately you enjoy. That's the main reason why I'm in this hobby. It seems that this is a big aquascaping family that has grown beyond our imagination, and it has become very popular in the world. But ultimately, why we're here for our own fulfillment. We are here to develop our own skills, to get some positive vibes, to get disconnected from the everyday problems and to start working. And why I have this long introduction here, because today I'm building something that is really close to my heart, a style of aquascaping that has always intrigued me, a kind of layout that was always my favorite. So if you stay with me until the end of this video, and actually to the end of the next video, which is coming out next week, the planting phase, because today we're only doing hardscape, you will see what my plan is. Okay, so welcome to the beautiful world of aquascaping. Let's go. The story began in 2013. Actually, it began way before that. It began during my first day that I spent in Arizona, in the desert in Arizona and Utah, and I immediately fell in love with the beautiful world of deserts. So my idea was to bring that feeling of desert underwater, which is a nonsense, because you don't want underwater deserts, right? Because it's something that, but still, it inspired me. So I started making a desert layout, which in 2013 got ranked 46 at IAPRC, and even Mr. Amano said that he never have, in his wildest dreams, believed that somebody is going to put cacti in an aquarium. I built the hardscape with petrified wood, which we're going to use today because I am building a 120p tank, 120 by 45 by 45. It is empty right here. And I'm going to start building that, and I'm going to start working on it. And I'm going to start making a saguaro cacti layout. My inspiration comes from my visit to Capitol Reef. And if you look at the pictures that you see on the screen here, you can always see that at the bottom of the cliffs, there's always an area which is covered by the rocks that fell down from the cliff. When you're building an aquarium, you need to be careful to have this fallen down effect. And what else I'm using for that, besides the petrified wood? I'm using the Colorado sand, which is a reddish sand, and it will, compensate this nicely. I will use probably this wire that came from a gardening shop, and I will use that to form cacti, to do the saguaro cacti, and to be able to do these shapes. They don't have to be the same, and I will cover them with moss. Here I covered them with the cladophora moss, which I don't think that was a good idea, because after like a year, this cladophora is a pest. It will start to go everywhere in the tank, and it will start to look like an algae infested tank. So the problem is that there's too much empty space here. So you can see that this one here, it goes all the way up to the surface, which is fine. And then obviously the desert is flat, which is not true. The desert is not flat. You've got all kinds of cliffs in the background. But then you need to have a full layout. So I want this to look a lot more cliffy. Is that a word? And the inspiration is coming from the Monument Valley. probably have a golden ratio point on the right side, which will be the focus point of this tank. We can use this, but these are like bulky pieces. So Gary's here to help me, and he pre-selected these rocks. He tried to select the rocks which have the best surface but are a little bit thinner. Problem is that if you want to build backwards with these guys, you will have a huge problem because these will be bulky and they will occupy the space backwards very, very quickly. So this will go to the foreground. Let's leave some space between the glass so that we're able to clean it. This is a completely different kind of rock, so you can already see my problem. You have to be careful to have the lines coming in the same direction, right? I've got some pebbles that we're going to use as details at the bottom of these cliffs. And we've got some bigger pieces which will also add some detail. We actually need to move this whole thing backwards because I want some elements at the bottom. So we need to raise it like 5 centimeters, maybe 3 to 5 centimeters something. This is one of the sexiest stones. I never believed I would say that. No, this wire is not cool. We've got a plastic palette and we're using this below everything to raise the structure. Okay, now this is too uniform, so I will have to move it back a little bit. Okay, so Gary tells me this is anodized aluminum. Probably it has no copper. I will take my chances. So I will wrap this around this. It doesn't look like anything, but then when you put in the moss on top, it will cover it completely. The idea is to see it in between, so we don't need to put a lot of moss around it. So be careful because this is very big, so I cannot use it. I can only use it probably in the middle, somewhere here in the foreground. This is the biggest, so the next ones should be very small. The ugliest stuff ever, but it will look great. Yes. No. Come on, get out of there. They are not gonna like me. Ladies, can I use Impa glue? Will not be visible from the front. It will only hold the structure in place. So I'm wrapping tightly here so that I decrease the volume, see? Huh? Huh? How about that? I made the first one. Not completely happy with it, but it should look like this. Yeah. But the rest should be much smaller.
Okay.
But this is a cool little one. I love it.
Do I make a bigger one or a smaller one?
You probably need one more bigger,
yep.
But the majority of these guys can be this size.
This will be the size.
So, and never make two the same. So you can have different ramifications. You can have one that only has two.
Yeah.
You can have that has 5 branches.
Or longer central piece.
For inspiration, you can check out and select one that you like, and then you can make it.
Okay.
I love this. This should come here. See? I'm applying fine filter mesh in between the cracks. I'm planning to use a lot of lava stones as a filler in the background so that we don't have to use so much Aquasoil Amazonia in the back. Amazonia version 2. Okay, I'm gonna sprinkle this on top. Second bag is gone. Now I can move on with this beautiful rock. It just went in straight. No, please, no. Don't do this. I'm going to glue that. I don't care. It's not similar. This one is better.
Sunny Sunday, I was walking on my own. These streets, they're still reminding me of you. There's a girl, I recognize her curly hair, but not the guy that she's walking next to. And suddenly I start to see that you and me are done. How do I know my time is up when he's taking over? Why do I feel this much right now? Cause he's taking over. Love's never bothered me this much, but he's taking over. I guess that I need you by my side. I wish I told you when I still had the chance, but I was too young to feel what's in the air. Yeah.
Here comes the Colorado sand. This does not need any rinsing, so I'm just going to pour it in.
Nothing bothers me this much. I need you by my side. How do I know my time is up?
We've got all kinds of big rocks that we're going to use as detail here and there.
I need you by my side.
Let's continue doing the details and then later we will decide on the cacti. Okay, so I think some of it is ready. I'm not happy with the empty space here. It's too much empty space in the middle still. If we look from below, it's much better, but from this angle, we could actually use the cacti, some of them, in the back. We have 4 and 1. So we need one small one here, really small one. Having an odd number of hardscape or plants or patches of plants is very, very important in the picture composition if you want the scape to look very natural. This is out of scale. This was good. This was good to show people what we did. Guys, believe me, you will see the cacti when it's covered with moss. It's gonna be green, it's gonna look completely different. Planting wise, I'm not sure what to do. You will see that in the next video. I will sit down, watch the scape, and then see what's happening, okay? I will say goodbye now. I hope that you guys liked this. If you did, please hit that like button to support the channel. You can also become a channel member to support the video production. Aaron, Chubby, Gary, and everybody else, they need all your support. Don't forget this. Bye.